What's going on, everybody? This is an episode from the No Gimmicks Needed Wrestling podcast. Do you like podcasts and you want to see the full podcast? Make sure you check out the No Gimmicks Needed Wrestling podcast on all your podcast platforms, such as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, among many others. But you're listening to the episode right here on YouTube, so make sure you hit that like button and below, and make sure you hit the subscribe button to NC Studios and NC Level Up for all your gaming needs. This is the Nerd Coalition. Enjoy the show. We had a release this week, and unfortunately, it kind of made me a little upset because this man was hella talented, and that WWE released Dijack, or some who may know him as Dominic Dijakovic. This man was
Donovan Dijack.
Donovan Dijack. This man was a special talent. He was down in NXT. He got called up to Raw and didn't do anything with him, and he was let go. He put out, I don't have it here, and it makes me mad that I did have it pulled up, but I don't have it here because he put out on, I want to say, was it Twitter or Instagram? I don't, I'm going to just, write like this.
It was probably,
huh?
I think it was Twitter.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so if it's on Twitter, I can just go find his Twitter account. Because he wanted to show that how it was left before, anybody would sit there and try to make up some stories about it or say he was hard to work with or anything like this. He's like, this is what happened, and I'm going to share with y'all what's been going on with him. And it sucks because, as I said, I'm trying to leave this page right now to see if I can find it. What sucks is that he was really good, but he got he caught a bad deal with Retribution. He caught a him, Mustafa Ali, Michin, Slapjack ain't never come back.
That was whatchamacallit?
Shane Thorne.
Shane Thorne, and then you had homie with the braid, with the locks.
Oh yeah, Mace or
Mace.
Mace. Sorry, I had to get a sip of cola real quick. So yeah, he got a bad deal because first of all, when Trish had him first in NXT. When he was doing the Dominic Dijakovic stuff or the Dijack stuff, him and Keith Lee was putting on bangers. That Keith Lee rivalry he had, putting on bangers. And I was like, oh man, when he comes into the main roster, it'll be good. So he didn't come to the main roster, or he did because they had him doing T-bar shit, and he was in there, had the Bane mask on.
Oh.
Huh?
Said T-bar.
Yeah. Oh God. I did what Retribution was trying to do, and I was just like, no, I don't like it at all. Okay, so I was just like, well, he was stuck under this, this whole T-bar gimmick, and it fucking sucked. And then he had him and Mace were a tag team. That did not work. And then after the Retribution stuff ended, they were still calling this man T-Bar. They were still calling this man T-Bar. So then he comes back. He goes back to NXT, gets repackaged as Dijack. He had kind of like this cooler boss man character in a way. Like I struck justice and everything like that. Even like
Terminator.
Exactly, Terminator. And they just updated his interest in 2K24, by the way. So, and then all of a sudden, it's like, okay, but then he gets drafted to Raw. But he's not doing anything on Raw. And eventually he just gets released. He saw the writing on the Raw. So, I found the letter that he put on X. Twitter, whatever the fuck call it. So, and this was written on June 27, 2024. I'm going to read you guys the letter what it says here. It says, here's the truth. WWE never negotiated with me. We attempted to negotiate and they stonewalled us. They never made me a single offer. They informed me they would not renew my contract at the 11th hour. 2 months ago, I was in one of the best matches in NXT history and a top match of WrestleMania weekend. On that day, a top executive at WWE told me I was crushing it. I was slated to feud for the NXT title, but I got called up to Raw instead. I consistently outperformed everyone's expectations, especially throughout 2023 and early 2024. I never complained about anything or was difficult to work with. I tirelessly pitched ideas to anyone who would listen. As recently as the day before I was notified, I never once missed a booking, and I was injured one time in 7 years for 3 months. I'm thankful. I'm thankful / disappointed, but also excited. This has lit a fire under me to relentlessly prove myself to the world. All I ever wanted was a fair shot, and now I have the opportunity to go out and take it. That's enough talk. Now it's time to do Dijack. My last day under a WWE contract is June 28th, 2024. Bookings interview at his email address, and get ready to feast your fucking eyes. Donovan Dijack. So that's what he wrote, and now when I checked his Twitter page, he is out taking bookings now. At different indies.
He already got a couple matches lined up.
Exactly. So it really sucks because I like this man is really good at what he does. He's like 6'7", 6'8". He's tall as shit, and he be doing so many athletic moves. It's quite insane. So to see him go, it's just like, Twitch, how did you let this one go? And once again, I feel the same way about Ricochet. I'm like to the point where you can try to find something for these guys. And I understand Triple H be booking and having shit written out for about 6 to 8 months from the time that is the present. But still, I feel as though you can try to find something for them to do, because these kind of talents, I mean, it's possible they can just go end up in AEW. They could get lost in the sauce, or they could really pop over there. We don't necessarily know. But it does suck that he is gone. Retribution didn't do him no favors and wasted his time, and come back down as Dijack was great. But I wanted to see what he was like on the main roster. So how do you feel about it?
I feel like it sucks because like y'all could have just kept him at NXT where he was active at. Y'all didn't even use him. Y'all brought him up. Y'all called him up. Y'all didn't use him until it was time for him to lose in a speed match.
Oh damn! I keep forgetting speed is a thing.
Yeah. You got freaking Xavier Woods versus somebody on speed coming up. But yeah, y'all had him in a speed match. Like, come on, bro. Y'all wasted that man's time calling him up. He was perfectly fine at NXT doing what he was doing.
Exactly. And it definitely just sucks. And
where is Odyssey Jones?
Yo, that's a good fucking question.
Honestly, no. They did say where he is though. I forgot where he at though, but they did.
They said where he's at, but I forgot where he at.
I forgot where he at. They did. No, I did see it recently. It was like Odyssey Jones is doing this, and that's why he's not fired or whatever. Like, he is busy, but like with the company on some kind of like how Titus O'Neil is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was like out scouting, like they was talking about like some NIL deals or something like that. I don't know, but yeah.
Should I about to say, man? I'm trying to figure out what the hell happened with Odyssey Jones. That's a good bring up. So yeah, so it sucks to see him leave. I do wish him well. He's gonna be great where it ends up. I think it's a possibility he could end up in TNA or AEW.
Yeah. I
mean, personally, I don't mind seeing him in TNA. I don't mind, because Ricochet going to AEW, he know he can get lost in the sauce over at AEW. But at TNA though, with them having this resurgence and still working with NXT, I see why not go to TNA. I think
Yeah.
you could do some wonders by going over to TNA.